What's going on, everybody? You know what it is. I'm Rob Odie. I'm in Studio 39, aka the Bear Cave, and this is Spotlight 39. You tell us who you are, where you're from, what position you play, all that fun stuff, right? And we're gonna have some good conversation, man. So go ahead. The floor is yours.
Gotcha. All right, hello. My name is Larry Pickett Jr. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina, class of 2023, and I play DB receiver.
DB receiver, right? So we get an even mix. We start on both sides.
Yeah, both sides, yes, sir.
Oh man, I like it. I like it. Man, look, I'm just gonna shout out my guy Mateo. Ugamale out of Bosco, man. He starts tight end and defensive end and just ruled the world. So to do that, much respect, man, because that can't be easy to do, regardless of how fit,
Yes,
how in shape you are, man. Because that's a lot of body, a lot of play time. But let's
all
talk
right.
about the offseason, man. Let's get into the conversation. Let's learn a little bit
Okay.
about what you did, what all you were involved with this offseason coming into the current year, right? And,
Right.
tell me what you did, and we'll find out how it's played out on the field this season.
Okay, so this off season, I trained with my uncle Ike Taylor. He played 12 years for the Steelers, and I've been working with him since I was little. And this off season, we worked on a lot of conditioning, a lot of speed, and just making me better overall as a defensive back. And I was also training with my team at the school that I play at for the off season as well.
Okay. So building a little team chemistry, right, with the squad,
Right.
working out with your uncle, which, I mean, he knows what it is, right? He's been in the league. He had a very long,
Right.
successful career. So I think you're in good hands during the summer, man. So with all that, right? All that work that you put in, how is that reflecting to the field this year? What is your season looking like, man? What are you doing on the field?
It's great. It's great. All that work from the off season is definitely starting to pay off. My stats have gotten way better since last year. I have more tackles, more interceptions, and we've only played five games, 5 or 6 games, something like that. But
Okay.
they've gotten way better.
Yeah, man. So the work's paying off, right? So we
Yes,
put in
sir.
work during the off season. You were one of the few young men that I've talked to so far that didn't go on a camp tour, right? So that's
Right.
but like I said, you were in good hands. You got some good work in, and obviously it's paying dividends to where you're at right now in the season. So when you say that, right? So we got a sample size of about 5-6 games, give or take, right? Have you recognized
Right.
your game, at the moment, that is just something that stands out, that man, like I got noticeably better at.
I would definitely say just reacting on the ball and trusting my instincts more. I've definitely gotten better at that.
Okay, okay. So let's take that and flip it, right? So is there a
Right.
part of the game that, not necessarily bad, but is there, area opportunity that, you recognize that you want to sharpen the iron a little bit more, for the second half of the season?
There's always room for improvement. I can
Okay.
always get better in anything, but nothing that I can really point out. I'm just playing football, having fun. Always room for improvement, though.
That's cool, man. And look, there is nothing wrong with that whatsoever, right? Because like you said, there's always room for, improvement. I mean, there's
Right, right.
a dude on God's green earth. That's perfect, right? So we can always get better. And obviously, class of 23, you're only going to get bigger, stronger, faster, right? So by
Yes, sir.
default, you're only going to get better, which is, scary for everybody, that's got to look at you, for the next year and a half, right? Um,
Right.
so let's transition away from the football field. Let's move into the classroom, man. What's some grades
Yes,
look like?
sir.
You hit the books like you hit the field?
Almost definitely. As
Okay.
of right now, it's 3.5.
Look, 3.5. So we got the grades, right? We clearly got the talent, right? We mixed
Right.
all that together. That brings us to the recruiting process. So, like I said,
Recruiting.
class of 23, still pretty early on. Um, you know, right now, what is the conversations looking like? Where is it coming from? Are they calling you? Are they going through your school? Are they hitting you on social media? I'm always curious to see what the recruiting process looks like and how it's happening.
I've said it before. I'm not too worried about it right now. I'm just playing football, and all that stuff will come with it. But I am in contact with a few people, few different places.
That's cool, man. So, with
Yes,
the
sir.
contact aspect, are they reaching out on social media? Is it a combination of phone calls or going through your school, your coaching staff? What is what is
Social media.
how does it happen? Social media?
Yes, sir. So most of it has been through social media. Some of it has been through talk. A good combination.
Okay, okay. Yeah, because it's always interesting to see, some dudes, they get recognized at camps, right? And maybe they blow up and have a big day at camp, and then that's where their recruiting process starts. Some dudes are just naturally built big, and by default, coaches want to reach out to them. And then, there's other dudes that puts in the work day in and day out, and then that work finally shows, and now it's the fun of letting it happen, right? So try not to stress out. You look like a young man that's just, you look, it's football, right? You're just playing the game that you love. Whatever
I'm just
happens,
playing.
happens, right? So keep that mindset, and the future is incredibly bright, man. Because the talent is there, the mindset's there. I think you're in a good position to do what you want to do for the future, man. So it looks like oh, I guess somebody's going to have their son send me some highlights. When I go live right after this, man. So look, speaking of that, man, 8:30, man. After this interview, right? Get that back in. We're doing a live interactive highlight film breakdown. We're gonna run the table about an hour and a half, man. Me and my guy coach playing the film. We'll be doing some reviews, giving real time feedback, just throwing it out there. But anyway, let's get back on track. Let's move outside of football, man. So aside from football, aside from the field, aside from throwing on the pads, all that stuff that you love and you live to do, right? Let's find out who Larry is outside of the game. Tell us a little bit about who you are outside of being a student athlete, man.
I'm gonna say it first. I love hanging around my family. Just hanging out with them all the time. I love it so much. It's one of my favorite things to do. Then also another thing. I love food. I love to eat food. I love restaurants. I love snacks. I love food so much. Food is my best friend.
There we go. So what's the go-to food, man? You can't just look. I'm a fluffy dude.
Seafood and sushi. Oh, I love it so much.
What? Hold on. You broke up. Is seafood?
Seafood and sushi.
Seafood and sushi. All right. So I'm from Maryland, man. So when you say seafood, I go Maryland blue crab. What's your version of seafood?
Alaskan crab. Yes, sir.
Okay. So you're a snow crab kind of guy.
Yes, sir.
So I can respect that. It's much easier to eat. Much easier to eat. But like I said, man, I got to dig into the blue crabs, man. I got to get the hands dirty. The rest of the year, look, I'm getting some crab legs steamed, and I'm done.
I like it.
Cool, man. So what else are you involved with? What else is Larry involved with?
I love helping out with organizations and just helping out in the community as well. I've traveled outside the country and helped build homes for the poor in other countries. Also, my family has organizations that we work with as well that I volunteer for, and just giving back in general, and also youth ministry as well.
Wow. So you're a very involved young man. Like
Yes,
on the
sir.
field, off the field, you enjoy life being still being a kid in a sense, right? I mean, that's what you are. A young man, still a kid in my eyes, right? And then you
Yes, sir.
have time to give back and not just give back to the community, but give back to communities outside of your own, right? Because you said you travel elsewhere to do that, and that's huge,
Yes, sir.
right? So I completely respect that, man. Just look, the future's bright, and that's all there is to it. So look, any coaches out there, if he's not on your radar, you might want to jump on soon, man, because this young man's gonna blow up. He's gonna blow up quick. He's in great company. He's got great coaches and great staff, great support around him. So make sure you jump on him. So with that, man, I'm gonna hand you the floor, right? I want you to shout out anybody and everybody that's in your corner that's been there for you, helping you along, your journey. Return the love, man.
Okay, we have my dad, my mom, my two sisters, my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, just everybody in general.
Big old family.
My Yes, sir. My whole family, my high school, Enloe High School, all the coaches that have helped me throughout the years, from Mighty Might all the way up to high school, and I always have to give all my thanks to God as well too. So
That's awesome, man. So shout out to everybody that's been there.
I'm sorry, I can't forget my Mima and my Ema too.
Look, I'm
Yes,
gonna
sir.
shout them out one more time because you broke up on me a little bit. I want to make sure it's clear.
My two grandmothers.
There it is, right? And You were. I think you called him out by name, man. I want you to shout him out.
Nima.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. Look, you were broken up on the first time. We weren't letting that slip, man. We got to show them some love, man. So awesome.
Yes,
Sir. I'm gonna thank you for taking your time. Jumping on the show, right? Throwing this out there. Hopefully we're gonna get you some more exposure, right? Share your story. Hopefully you can inspire somebody else, to go along their way, right? But anyway, I'm gonna close this out with the same question I do every single time.
One last. Well,
go ahead, man.
My church family as well.
Look, you can't forget them, right? I'm sure they're with you through and through, right?
Most definitely.
Good deal, man. So look, this question is going to be deep, and I'm curious as to what it is, right? Because you just shouted out a lot of people that meant a lot to you. So the question is, what motivates and what drives you to want to wake up tomorrow and be that much more successful than you were today?
I say it every single day to myself. If God woke me up this morning, then it's just another opportunity to be better than I was the day before. So I got to take the opportunity.
Man, look, I feel like we've had conversation off air, man. Because literally, when somebody asks me how I'm doing, I always tell them I'm blessed, right? Because I woke up this morning breathing God's fresh air. It's a blessed day, regardless of what's happening around you, right? If you're breathing that air, it's a blessed day because you're blessed to be alive. So look, again, I appreciate you jumping on. Stay safe, stay healthy. Let's stay in contact, man. I'd like to run this back, at the end of the season and hear all about the greatness that you've had, right? So, I'm sorry. All right, cool. I just had another message pop up. I'm sorry. So yeah, man, just like I said, stay safe, stay healthy. Let's stay in contact. Keep grinding. Have a heck of a second half of the season. I'm Rob Bodie. I'm coming right back. Like I said, we're breaking down film for the next hour and a half.
Don't forget LarryPickettJr.com either.
LarryPickettJr.com. LarryPickettJr.com. Tap in. Make sure you hit that website. I'll throw it in the description after I get off air, man. And then we'll pass it on.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. I appreciate you. I'm going to close this thing out, my man, Darius.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
LJ.
Larry Pickett Jr.
Hey, LJ, what's up, my brother?
Larry, man, I know your uncle Ike Taylor. He's been bragging about training you for years. I'm excited to watch your highlight. Continue to keep business booming. Boom.
Larry Pickett Jr. with the reception at the 39-yard line. And it's a foot race. No one will catch him. It's a 61-yard touchdown.
Larry Pickett Jr. is one of those rare football players that dominates on offense, defense, and special teams. He's one of the top players in the state and is getting a lot of attention for his playmaking ability.
Larry Pickett Jr. with the catch. He has to outrun 4 defenders. And he is in the end zone for the touchdown. I haven't seen anyone hit this hard since Ray Lewis.
LJ. Colleges are noticing LJ all over the world right now. Your highlights, they show that you hit almost as hard as me. And your uncle, oh my goodness, Ike Taylor. God darn it, the rivalries we had. LJ, I look forward to seeing you in college.
Passes to Wesley Grimes. And look at Wesley Grimes just dancing through people. Oh, gets his helmet taken off.
Larry Pickett Jr. may be the best player coming out of North Carolina in the class of 2023. Even pro football legends are watching for his next moves. Larry Pickett Jr. plays every snap. He doesn't come off the field the entire game. He's just a phenomenal athlete all around. Did you see how he blocked the DB to allow the running back to get extra yards? Wow.
LJ, let me tell you something, buddy. Let me tell you something. Boy, the way you are putting it down and the way you are lighting it up, everybody is starting to see it. And most importantly, the scouts are starting to see it. They know that no matter what, you can make that play. That's the very definition of a playmaker. It is he who makes the play even when there is no play there. I always said, LJ, I went to gold jackets to get my gold rings. LJ, they covered me. They covered me. They were right there. But I still made the play. That's why they dubbed me the playmaker. You can be right here. You can cover me, but you're not going to stop me from making the play. LJ, that's what you do, buddy. That's why you are, like me, a playmaker, man. Keep putting up them highlights, buddy.
LJ is not your average player. Every time we watch him play, he proves why he's one of the best in the 2023 class. Quarterback is back to pass. Interception! Larry Pickett Jr. There is no one within a mile of him.
Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live.
Touchdown! LJ Pickett!
Just like the demeanor. I'm feeding my fam.
This should be an easy kick. And it's blocked! No way! Larry Pickett Jr. They kick away from LJ Pickett. The return man has some room. LJ Pickett with a huge block. And LJ with another block.
LJ showing off his blocking ability again. He just created a running lane for the big 35-yard return.
Thank God I ain't average.
Man, Pickett has such a high football IQ. He always just seems to put himself in position to make the big play for his team.
Larry Pickett Jr. strikes again.
God bless you. Do what you do best. Get into college. And just do what you do, which is hunt.
The Eagles line up on the 36-yard line. They just need to get to the 40. LJ Pickett lines up on the outside, but they have him double covered. The ball is coming his way. It looks to be intercepted. LJ Pickett with the one-handed grab over two people. Larry Pickett Jr. can do it all.
You already know. You just go. Coming out again.
He's been trained by two-time Super Bowl champion and Pittsburgh Steelers legend Ike Taylor since he was 11 years old. He's just an overall great kid. He's an honors student, volunteers in his community, and has even traveled out of the country to help build homes for the poor.
The leading people to Christ, to leading them to victory, to encouraging them, to telling them not to quit. Hey guys, I know you're tired. We got to win this game. We go out there and give our best. That's God's purpose in your life. That He gets to use you as a conduit, right? Everybody is a body that He uses to fulfill His purpose. Not
The corner was all over him, but Pickett created enough separation to put himself in position for the tough catch.
He is such an aggressive player, even when he doesn't have the ball. How many times have we seen him dominate the defensive back across from him?
They kick away from LJ again, but boy, did he make that poor kid pay for it with that block.
Once he has the ball in his hands, he is so hard to bring down.
The quarterback calls his own number, but it's stripped by Larry Pickett Jr. at the goal line.
We may never see another player as well-rounded as L.J. Pickett on this level again. Let's enjoy it while we can.
LarryPickettJr.com. I'll say it again, folks. LarryPickettJr.com. You really need to check his website out. The recruiting video on the website is the one that is being talked about by every college coach and scout. The weekly highlights page keeps you up to date of LJ's big plays after each game. He has a photo gallery section with pictures telling a story of his football journey since he was a little kid. The About section talks about his family and work he has done in the community, and my personal favorite is the classic footage section. Check it out at LarryPickettJr.com. That's LarryPickettJr.com.
And to see more, go to LarryPickettJr.com.